Come home.
Same to you. Cut it out. Shut up.
Hey, Delgado, I've been thinking.
Don't look at me. Please.
Well, either I look at you or I gotta look at all this ridiculous furniture.
Just go away, please.
Speak up, gents. What are you so convinced you can convince me about?
These. Hmm?
Charlie Patterson.
Mm-hmm. Son of a friend of a friend. We might want to sign him.
Never heard of him.
Well, he's been playing small clubs in New York.
That's not a good sign.
Why not?
Well, because I've hit every micro hotspot in the city, and believe me, if the guy had any talent, I would have already signed him.
Oh, but you haven't made the rounds in a while, right? I mean, you've been here, and Charlie just started gigging.
And he's the next Harry Connick Jr. Isn't that how it goes? RJ, I've listened to thousands of tapes from thousands of the next whoever's who never were. But if you have a good feeling about this, then let's give the kid a listen.
All right.
Well, don't look so relieved. An open mind and open ears are my stock in trade. And I think we've been together long enough for me to trust your instincts. Come on, Charlie.
Jakara is not someone to lie to, my friend.
Oh, man, I'm handling it.
Not wisely.
I said, I'm cool.
My advice, tell her straight out. Tommy Gregory tried to muscle it on Blue Jay. You signed the kid in a compromise.
I'm telling you, it'll be all right. As long as Charlie Patterson turns out to be one hell of a singer.
Come on, it'll be fine.
No, I don't want to intrude.
Oh, come on, I want you to meet my mother. My mother, gosh, it sounds so amazing coming out of my mouth.
I thought you wanted me to tag along because you were still panicky at the prospect of seeing her. Wrong.
Well, you were right about yesterday, okay? But everything turned out great. She was great, and I feel so lucky, and I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
Well, I'm just glad that I could help. This sounds so odd coming from me.
Look, I don't have a problem with it. Have you ever been to the prom?
Oh, the dance thing with the dreadful corsages and the even worse tuxedos. No, now that is a peculiarly American custom.
Well, I went to one, okay, when I came back from boarding school in France. And there is this tradition where the mom checks out the date when he comes to pick you up. Well, I never had that because, you know, I didn't have the mom.
Until now.
Yes, and it would make me feel so mother-daughtery if I could just introduce you. Please come in.
As long as there are no corsages involved.
You got it.
Miss Kramer? Oh,
Yes?
Glad I caught you.
Is there something wrong with my mom?
No, actually, it's your aunt. She phoned last night and asked that you get in touch with her as soon as possible.
Oh, my God, I don't believe it.
no, it's all right.
No. No, you don't understand. This was the last place that Aunt Doreen expected me to come. How did she find out that I was here?
One life to live.
Let me assure you there's really nothing to be worried about. Your aunt specifically asked me to tell you that she wasn't angry.
There's a surprise.
Why? Mrs. Lord has been Melinda's sole guardian for years. It only stands to reason that she'd be delighted to hear how much good Kelly's visit did Melinda. And she was.
So Aunt Doreen wants me to call.
You can use the telephone right over here if you'd like.
Kelly.
Better get it over with, huh?
It's a phone call, not a trip to the gallows.
Yeah, I am not so sure.
Hello?
Hi, Dorian.
Well, if it isn't our little jet setter. How are you?
I feel horrible. Look, I know that I should have told you that I was coming here, but it was a last-minute decision, and I didn't want to call you. You were so freaked out about the family thing, I figured the last thing you needed was to worry about how it was going to go with my mom.
Honey, it's all right. I understand. The only thing I feel badly about is that the trust between us has eroded so much that you didn't feel comfortable discussing your plans with me.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about. I'm the one who should apologize. I have been wound so tightly lately. I'm afraid it hasn't been good for me or for anybody else for that matter. There is a fine line between protecting your family and smothering it, and I'm afraid that I have crossed it badly. But, thank goodness, your instincts have remained intact.
What do you mean?
You had an urge to see your mother. It commanded you. You obeyed. And now it's so wonderful.
It is?
Yes. You see, I spoke to your mother's doctor, and he said that she has made big steps emotionally and mentally, and that she's poised to make her next really giant step, which is to leave the institution altogether.
You mean that she could leave this place?
Her doctor said that it was basically her decision to make. But I'll let you in on something. I think that what convinced him is how smoothly your mother handled your visit. So, honey, I think that you have made the difference.
You're really not mad?
No, why should I be? It's wonderful. Your mother is coming back.
What?
Well, think how wonderful it would be. Your mother, my sister, here, all of us together, in this house.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. Ask her. You ask her, Kelly, and you let me know what she says. In the meantime, my love to you both. I would say that, a grape was called for. How about some coffee for you?
That'd be fine. So is this what you meant when you said yesterday that you had a handle on this Melinda thing?
Excuse me, but you do not seem very impressed.
Well, I'm just confused. I don't understand what you gain by having Melinda come to Landview.
Who knows what kind of damage Kelly can cause Melinda there in California with unlimited time, with no moderating influence?
But didn't you say that the doctor said that Kelly's visit with Melinda was a shot in the arm for her?
Yes, so far.
Well, good.
But when Kelly starts pumping Melinda for information, okay, who knows what'll happen? Probably the same thing that happened when Cassie was pressuring Addie. You know, she could become completely unhinged. However, that won't happen if she's here with me where I can protect her.
Your favorite word.
A fitting one. It's only a matter of time before Cassie and Mel come swooping down. But if Melinda is here under this roof with me, she can be spared. What?
You're amazing.
I'm just surviving.
No, that's just it. When the cards are stacked against you, I mean, even if they are so high, you never fold.
A role model at last.
I mean it, Dorian. You make me feel like I can get control of my life again. And is exactly what I'm going to do starting today. Yes.
All right, what's the problem?
It's nothing.
It's nothing. You're crying over nothing?
I'm not crying.
Uh-huh.
I'm not. Okay, just ignore me.
Look, you can drop the woman of steel routine, okay? All right, if you're gonna cry, go ahead, cry. Let it out. And if you tell me what's on your mind, I promise I won't go all mushy and try and hold you or nothing.
Thanks.
Go ahead.
On your sleeve?
Yeah, I do it all the time. Go ahead. I didn't mean it.
I just hurt all over.
Yeah, well, you'll get better.
Yeah, but when? I mean, how? It's torture whether I'm sitting or standing or lying down. I'm just a wreck.
Well, you're depressed.
It's the painkillers, you know. They're messing with my head.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of a chemical thing, right? It couldn't be that you actually feel something about being shoved out of a second-story window and having to pull yourself out of a hospital bed to go nail down the custody of my daughter.
Okay, so it was kind of traumatic, but I got through it, didn't I?
Yeah, well, now it's all, it's all coming out. So go ahead. Let it.
I have always been very strong. In law school, they renamed the third floor of the library the Delgado Arms, because it was like I lived there, you know? I outworked everybody. I could spend 3 nights without sleep. Now, all I want to do is sleep, and I can't. I can't do anything anymore.
You're miserable.
I stand corrected. I hate this. I am so stiff.
Well, think loose.
That's your advice?
Yeah, it's a mind over matter thing. You think loose.
Okay, sure. I'm loose.
No, come on now. Say it like you mean it.
All right, I'm loose. I'm loose. Yeah.
Loose as a mouse.
What did he say?
He said he's loose as a moose.
Loose as a mouse.
That was quick. You listened to that tape already?
I heard enough.
Man, I could groove to that kid all day. I mean, he's got the whole package. Range, expression, timing.
You don't have to sell me.
You mean you like him?
Well, he's not great, but he's pretty close, and he could get closer.
Ah, so we signed him.
Maybe, if he checks out.
Checks out. The kid's got chops.
Yeah, but is he willing to work his butt off to make them better? How committed is he? How open to suggestions? And most importantly, is he coming to us clean?
Well, why wouldn't he be?
I don't know. That's why we need to meet with him before we pull out our pins.
We've got to run him through the ringer, huh?
I doubt we'll have any trouble seeing eye to eye once we meet with the kid.
Sounds good. Let me hit the phone. Try to set something up.
I know how you feel.
What?
It's that buzz you get when you bring in your first artist. You are convinced you found the world's greatest musician, and you're just itching to get that sound into the world. But relax. I like your taste. I have from the start.
Thank you.
But you know what I'm most impressed with? That you go out on a limb for a friend of a friend.
Oh, well, the kid's got the goods.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a side of you I've never seen before. I like that, too. Are you okay? You seem kind of jumpy.
I'm just not wild about mixing my personal life with the business end of things. I mean, except when it comes to you. In fact, why don't we let the Blue Jay end of things slide for a while and catch an early flick?
A movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's still light out. How decadent.
Yeah.
Just drop everything and take the afternoon off. I'd feel like I was leaving my baby home alone.
Blue Jay doesn't need a sitter.
Yeah, but in my head, anything less than a 25-hour work day is asking for trouble.
Or a nervous breakdown.
You know, I took the hard line on this job. No compromises, which means no doing business and dealing with funky people or their money. And it means I just have to work that much more to make sure I don't need their so-called help.
But you have me to help you now, and you work much too hard.
You're working pretty hard yourself to get me out of here.
Oh, well, I just think you should be able to throttle back some. I mean, our bookings are going great. The club doesn't open for a few hours yet, so all you have to do is go get a jacket and go.
Well, what's the worst that can happen? We see a lousy movie.
Mm-hmm. I'll go tell Gabriel we're taking off.
I'll check the movie time.
Excuse me, Blue Jay Music?
You found us?
Sign here, please.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we're out of here.
Not yet. This just came. It's a deal memo for Charlie Patterson. What's going on, RJ?
Moose! Moose!
Freaking out.
Trying to tell us something.
Like, what's the largest land animal?
No, that would be an elephant.
Moose!
No, you're a bird.
Moose!
No, you're a bird.
Moose!
It's got to be his name.
A bird named Moose?
I got a kid named Star. No, it's got to be his name. Or maybe he is a moose, and this is just a really good disguise.
Ow, my ribs.
This is going to remain one of life's great mysteries. That's got to be his name. Go ahead, try it.
Here, Moose. I don't believe it.
There you go. There's hope for you two yet.
Unless he's just playing fast and loose with me.
Well, good. Oh, well, that must be somebody at the... Bad news?
I don't know. Aunt Doreen wants my mother to come visit us on Landview.
What? I think that's a fine idea.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about suggesting it myself.
And this is good news.
It's the next logical step in Melinda's recovery. A trip to see her family could do more to reintegrate her into normal life than any help we could provide at this point.
But she's been here so long.
All the more reason to institute a change.
I just wonder if she's...
Manageable? Under control? Yes. As long as Melinda takes her medication, she should be fine.
I admit it. I am afraid that, you know, something might go wrong.
Well, that's understandable, given your history with her. Look, let's see how today's visit goes. If it's as productive as yesterday's, then maybe you might feel assured enough to invite her back east. But let me warn you, she's liable to turn you down.
Is she scared too?
Of the same thing you are. See, Melinda's not as confident in her stability as our staff is. And it's the biggest and probably the only obstacle in her full recovery. I'll be back later.
This is a great opportunity.
Yes, to make a huge mistake. What if I can't trust the medication? What if she's not the same person as she was yesterday?
Therapy and medicine can work wonders, as can willpower. And it certainly sounds like Melinda wants to be well.
I guess there's only one way to find out.
I'm ready if you are.
Mother?
I'm sorry. I was startled.
You weren't the only one.
That wasn't my normal greeting, I promise you. We're off to a great start.
Well, that's right. I don't even play piano.
Mom, this is Ian Armitage, my newest and maybe best friend. He is the one who brought me here to you. Actually, he did a lot more than that. He made this trip happen.
Then I should apologize and thank you.
Oh, neither are necessary.
But you brought my daughter back to me.
Oh, I was glad to do it. Anyway, I have some experience with the need for a familial connection. Besides, it gave me a chance to meet you, which is a pleasure, Melinda.
I don't often hear my name spoken out loud. By outsiders, that is.
Ian's not an outsider. Not anymore.
I'm so glad Kelly's with someone kind. Knowing that makes goodbye a little easier when it comes. And it always does. Please, sit.
Actually, I have some business to attend to. Although I may not be an outsider, I am not family either. That honor is with you two ladies, as should be this time. I hope we get a chance to see you again before I leave. Have fun.
Bye.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
You're wonderful, too.
Well, I don't know about that.
You are. I can see it, feel it. You've grown into a lovely young woman. I wish I could take some credit for that, but I can't. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
When you left here yesterday, I suddenly felt that I had nothing to show for all the years we'd been apart. A little room, a piano I don't play. Was that all I had? And then I thought, no, I have balance now, real stability, which I promptly lost when you came in today. I hope I haven't disappointed you.
No. Do you know how nervous I was to come in here today? What's wrong?
Do you know what the two most important things in my life were? Music and you. I lost them both, but they're both still with me.
What do you mean?
Every night, I lull myself to sleep with fantasies of playing Brahms, Chopin, Mendelssohn. And every night, memories of what I did to you yank me awake.
That was a long time ago.
And that's when I forgave Dorian for taking away my music a long time ago, but I've never forgiven myself for what I put you through. I doubt I ever will.
You've been busy. Guess you're well on your road to recovery.
Yes, thank you. I'm feeling better every day. It's hard not to with my family around to cheer me on.
Rah. You must be tickled pink that you managed to steal my daughter. Again.
Actually, I was pretty broken up over it. That's a joke, Blair.
Remind me to laugh at your funeral.
That may be quite a ways off. No thanks to you. You know, now that I think about it, being shoved through a window and falling 20 feet to the ground would not be my first strategic choice to win a case. But in this instance, I must admit, star's worth every cut and bruise. You'll heal.
Okay, look, I hate to break up this touching get-together, but Blair, are you sane enough to be let out of the house?
I'm perfectly fine, Todd.
Is that what the court shrink said? Aren't you supposed to get a little stamp on your hand or a little diploma or something?
I, haven't taken the test yet.
Oh, well, that would make you in violation of a court order, right?
Flagrantly so.
You know damn well I'm fit to raise Star. I'm 1,000 times the parent this rent-a... Okay, Todd. If you want to communicate with me, you communicate through my lawyer.
Fine.
In fact, I don't really need to deal with you at all anymore.
Even better. These the keys to your heart?
No. They're the keys to the front door of the Sun and to my office at the Sun. I am quitting as of now.
Did a better opportunity come along?
Any opportunity is better than working for Todd. Well, I guess you're going to have to find yourself a new assistant editor. Or you're going to hire your little wife for that, too.
Okay, fine, you quit. Fine with me, now get out.
I'd like to see Star, please.
You don't pass the shrink test, no time with Shorty.
Please, Todd.
Communicate through my lawyer.
Please.
Go ahead.
I signed Charlie Patterson.
On your own, without a word to me.
Well, it's like you said. I was hyped about signing my first artist. I mean, I went a little nuts after what I heard, and I took the plunge on my own. But the kid's got talent.
I'm your partner, RJ. Don't you understand by now what that means?
Yeah, but you dug the kid yourself.
That's not the point.
That's the whole point. Music is the point. I mean, that's what Indigo Blue Jay is all about. How'd you put it? Putting the sound into the world.
I want to believe that. I want to trust you. Only trusting you means that you know me and you understand what's important to me. Trusting that you know how much I hate it if you signed someone without my input. Except you did. That tells me that you either don't know me or you don't care. Which means it's time to rethink this partnership.
I know I rib you about how hard you work, but I know what Blue Jay means to you. It is your baby. From day one, I've watched how you protected it and then tried to keep it clean and made sure it got the best of everything.
Is this an explanation or a testimonial?
I'm trying to tell you why I did what I did.
Well, then just lay it out.
Okay. Do you know Tommy Gregory?
I wish I could say no, but I'm not that lucky. Why?
He decided he wanted a piece of the action.
That slimy piece of trash. How'd you find out?
Oh, he came by bright and early this morning, like a milkman with a bottle full of poison. He twisted Gabriel's arm into bringing him by.
Okay, how much did he want?
60%.
Oh, God.
Well, there's no way in hell I was going to let that happen.
So what'd you do?
I got in his face. And he got right back in mine. And if it looked like we were going to go to war for a minute there, but there was no profit in it. Any strong-arm stuff would have just ripped the company up. So I made a deal.
So you signed Charlie Patterson?
Hey, it was the lesser of two evils, by far.
So Blue Jay puts Tommy's boy on our roster, and he leaves Blue Jay alone.
That was the deal.
Is the deal.
Look, I only kept it from you because I thought that I would be able to make the whole mess go away.
Before I would find out.
Look, Takara, you busted your tail to keep Blue Jay clean before I came on board. I figured the least I can do is to stop you from having to deal with someone like Tommy Gregory and maybe a whole bunch of grief. I mean, that is one of the reasons you came to me in the first place, right?
Thank you for telling me the truth.
Got to see her. You happy now?
You know, Todd, I will take that test that the court ordered, and I will prove to every psychiatrist they throw at me that I'm as sane as the world is round.
That ought to take a couple of years.
No, Todd, I'm going to be back before you know it, and I will show Star. She has a real mother, one that loves her. She won't have to put up with this phony family life forever. There will come a time, and very soon, I might add, that Star will be mine, okay?
Better go now. Better study. Better cram for that test.
It is always a pleasure.
Calls herself a professional. She gives no notice, no nothing.
Well, it's just as well. Listen, why would a parrot call themselves a moose?
How am I supposed to know that?
Well, it's your bird.
Will you forget about the damn bird? I got other things on my mind right now.
Uh-huh. And you're all worked up. Steaming mad. Because your assistant editor, Blair, just bailed so irresponsibly on her job, right? Guess again.
I know what it's like to not forgive yourself.
You could never hurt anyone the way I hurt you.
Oh, but I did. I caused the death of Blair's unborn son.
Addie's daughter, Blair?
Yes. I didn't mean to do it. You know, I take full responsibility for it. I ran her car off the road that night.
I'm so sorry.
Those were practically the only words I could say for a month. I'm sorry. But, I learned to live with what I did. And so can you.
We're not the same.
Exactly. You didn't kill anybody. I made it. I am alive. I'm here. You have spent years in an institution, but you have paid your dues.
What I did was terrible.
You couldn't help it.
That made it worse. I knew right from wrong, but did I ever know which way I was going to go next? No. And when I did those awful things, I couldn't stop myself. That's why I've been here in these little rooms. And it was too late for you. I'd already done the damage.
Not enough damage to prevent me from coming here today?
There's no one I loved more on this earth.
Look, I forgive you. Do you hear me? I forgive you. You just need to take a chance. You need to forgive yourself.
I don't think that can happen. I'd have to make it all up to you first.
Make all what up?
The countless things I've never done for you and with you.
Like what?
Like teaching you to enjoy music. Like taking long walks together, no matter what the weather. I'd take you to shops and I'd buy things for you that you couldn't afford. You'd tell me about your friends, and I would give you wonderful advice. We would be so close and love each other.
Okay, I'm sold.
It seems so cruel. There's no way that I can earn back your trust. I'm a totally different woman from the one who frightened her little girl all those years ago, but there's no way I can prove that.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. We have all the time that we want to have. You just come back with me to Lambview.
But I live here. I have everything I need.
We could help you.
Who?
Us. Dory and Cassie, me, the whole Kramer crew. You have all the support in the world.
The past never goes away.
Well, it doesn't have to hang over you like some cloud. I'm sorry, I don't understand this. You just told me that you are a brand new person, and that all you really would need is just some time to fix things up with me, to make things right. You have the time now, and you're saying no to it. Why?
I'm afraid.
Hey, I was afraid to come in here, too. I was afraid, but look what I would have lost if I didn't. Don't you let the fear stop you. You could draw on the strength of the whole family.
It's too much. I don't think I can.
If you don't do this for yourself, you do this for me. You just said that you wanted an opportunity to make things right, to do all the stuff that we never got to do. Well, you know what? That's what I want. I want the shopping. I want the talks, and I want the walks, and I want the advice. I want my mother.
Do you think I'm strong enough?
Do you think you are?
Yes.
Then you are.
That's Delgado for you. She's all torn up. She's crying all over the place, but she still thinks that she can tell what makes Todd angry.
That's right, I can.
Save it.
For whom?
For somebody who cares, because that's not me right now.
Todd, the emotional submarine. The first hint of rough waters. Dive, dive.
Oh, shut up.
That's usually my cue to walk out, but I'm not quite up to it yet. You lied to me.
When?
When you told me that there was nothing left between you and Blair. Shut up. There was obviously something left. A lot on your side.
That's bull.
Please. We were having fun a few minutes ago, Todd. Actual, genuine fun. The kind a real family would have. And then Blair walked in here, and because you still have feelings for her, she pushed all your buttons.
She quit. She walked out on me.
Oh, so what? You have staff quitting all the time. The real story is your thing for Blair.
That thing that you're talking about is called hate.
No, it's called love, and she knows it. And she's going to use it against you whenever she wants to. And I understand that. Because for the first time, I understand what it's like to be totally helpless in my body, to want contact, to want affection from one's child. Can't you see that Blair quitting the Sun is the best news we could have gotten?
Really? Why?
Because it shows that she is detaching from you. She's not going after a full assault to get Star back from you. Todd, Blair is letting you go. You should do the same thing. Forget her. It is over, Todd.
Hey, what's up?
I told her everything.
I am so sorry this had to happen.
Me too. I want out.
What?
I'm exercising my out clause in our step deal. I'm taking Blue Jay back.
Jakara, you can't.
I just did. This partnership is over.